SPED class of 2017. Today we are going to work on addition and subtraction. I have 4 problems up on the board that I'm going to demonstrate teaching first, and then we are going to go to the modeling section and we're going to model it, and then we're going to hand out worksheets and everyone's going to get to work on them on their own. First I will start with 45 plus 36 and I'll model it on the board. We start with 4 plus 6 equals 11. So we put our 1 in the ones place and we carry over our 1 to the tens place. 4 plus 3 is 7. Add the 1 is 8. So we get our total of 81 for 45 plus 36. Problem 67 minus 58. We start by looking at the 7 and the 8, and the 7 is smaller than the 8, so we have to borrow from the tens place of the 6, which goes to a 5, move that to 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. 5 minus 5 is 0, so the answer there is 9. We'll move over to 24 minus 22. 4 is larger than 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. The answer is 2. Then we'll go back to 17 plus 18. 8 plus 7 is 16. Add 1. Then we add up our tens place, and we get 36. This is just a quick run through of a lesson that a teacher may do using some simple two-digit addition and subtraction problems.
Next, we are demonstrating how to model the problem 45 plus 36 using the base 10 blocks we have. So this provides students an extra opportunity to explore with their hands and get a visual representation of what we actually are doing when we are using the traditional method. So to start, we get 4 tens and 5 ones to represent 45. This helps students understand the place value of the 4, which is actually 40, and 4 tens, and then the ones are 5 extra ones. And we're going to add 36. So we get 3 more tens, which are the blue ones, and then we get 6 extra ones. Alright, so once we realize that we have 10 ones, we can exchange those 10 ones in for 10 because 10 ones is equal to 110. And then we move this one up here. We count the tens we have, which are 4 orange blue, which make 8 together. And then we have 1 left over, which means that we should get 81 as our total. And as we found out on the board, that would be correct. At the end of each lesson, we allow for students to work with various problems, and we try to expand on their knowledge by, in this case, we use 3-digit numbers to see if they can understand how to add and subtract those. And this is just for them to explore different ideas to add and subtract, or to test what they already know or see if they need extra guidance. So as you just saw, Zach and I demonstrated what a UDL approach looks like in a math classroom. For this approach, we made sure to differentiate the instruction by using the traditional method, which is just basic addition, subtraction, understanding borrowing, place value, and then we moved on to a modeling section where we used the base 10 blocks and allowed for students to explore with a hands-on model, and then we allowed students to do their own work and see if they could come up with other solutions that allowed for them to explore different ways for them to understand it or just to build further upon their understanding. At this point, it's also a good time to address any struggling students, so if a student didn't understand how you taught something, you can work hands-on with them and get them caught up to where they need to be. So overall, the UDL approach is very important because it hits on many different topics that aren't normally addressed. Because in an everyday classroom, not every student is going to get targeted in their specific learning approach. But with the UDL style, you get people who are visual learners, you get people who just like to take notes, you can get audio learners. Every sort of type of learner that you want to work with can be addressed. If you incorporate technology even further into the UDL approach, it allows for students to explore using the internet and various other options. So when using the UDL approach, it's often best if you have a variety of different books or materials to work with. It helps if you have the internet, computers, and it's mostly just improvisation of how to teach different ways. It's looking at things in different combinations and understanding it for all types of students. Some people are worried about the problems of changing the curriculum, but it is important to remember that we are doing this for the students. The times are changing, technology is becoming more advanced, and we also as teachers need to change along with it.